there, guys! Portal Master 9351 back here. As you may have seen in my first video, in the video I just published, this is a few episodes that I'm making of me predicting what Skylanders will be returning in Skylanders 4 pre-Toy Fair. And so, just a word before I get started on the Series 2 part of this. The number of reposes that I am predicting here is that there will be 24 reposes, like Series 2s, 3s, and 4s is what I'm predicting. And so, just, start that out there, and I'm going to start off with Life. So, I predict that we will have 3 reposes to an element. And so, the reposes that I am predicting for Life are, for Series 2s are, Bubble Blast and Shroom Boom. Now, Shroom Boom did not get a repose in, SWAT Force, and I could see him coming back with a really cool Wow Pow in Skylanders 4. And then Bubble Blast was a pretty well-selling character that got a variant, so I could see Activision taking favor into this character and, reposing him. It's a very probable thing. I mean, plus that, he got a light core. I would say that the more poses a character gets per version, the more likely they're going to be to get a repose. Just something that I just kind of think. So for, Air, I only predict that we will have one Series 2, and that's Warnado. Now, I predict that we'll have Warnado because, not because I want him, which I do. Well, yeah, I want him. But it's because they did the Light Core, and I think that they did that to kind of test the ground, and that he will be getting a pretty impressive, repose, in Skylanders 4. And so, now on to, I don't actually, oh yes, I do have a magic guy here. Voodoo. Now, why do I predict Voodoo, you might ask? Well, because he just kind of seems like the guy that would get a repose. I mean, he didn't get a repose in Giants or SWAT Force, so I think it would be a good time to bring this old guy back. Now, the other Series 2 that I'm predicting for the magic element is Dunebug. And, with Dunebug, I don't have the character, so I can't show him to you. But I'm pretty sure he's been talked about on Boomcast a good bit before, so I could see them definitely reposing, Dunebug. And, let's see, now on to Fire. Smolderdash. Whoops, that's facing me. Smolderdash. I see Smolderdash because, again, what I said earlier, she got 2 poses, and it really looks like Activision is liking her. Now, as to what her pose, I actually have a prediction for what her pose is. It's probably going to be her, have her hands like this, and a sun just forming out of it. Either that, or she's going to be in, the Smolderdash mode. I could see that as well. Let's see. I am looking down at my feet to see which one to do next, and that would be Undead. And for Undead, I pick Roller Brawl for one of them. Roller Brawl was one of the first characters that we knew about in SWAT Force, and I could definitely see Roller Brawl coming back in Skylanders 4. She kind of just seems like the character that might become the flagship character for Undead, possibly overtaking Cinder in a way. I like her more than Cinder, so I could see her taking over the Undead element. And for the other one, I predict Ghost Roaster. Now you're thinking, Ghost Roaster, do you really think he's going to come back? But yes, I do think he's going to come back. Look at the rarity of Darklight Crypt. If you go online to eBay or something like that, and you type in Darklight Crypt, you can see it's not uncommon to see those listings for $80. That's not uncommon. They go for $60, but the higher range is like $80. I mean, it's insane the price that has been created for this. I'm not saying bring back the Dark Light Crypt adventure pack or anything. I'm just saying a lot of people don't have him, and so it would be a very smart move to bring him back. And I could definitely see that happening, as he would sell like hotcakes. Or, supposedly, he would sell like... Oh, I just dropped him again. Supposedly, he sell like hotcakes. And next up, we have Earth. Slobbertooth. Definitely Slobbertooth. See? Slobbertooth. Now, why Slobbertooth? Well, he was in the Dark Edition starter pack. That gives me a pretty good idea that Activision likes this character a lot. I don't really know what else to say other than, I mean, he had 2 forms, and one of which was in a starter pack. And that just kind of speaks out to me, flagship character. Now, this one I don't see taking over Earth, because Terrafin is definitely well-rooted in Earth. And, as a matter of fact, he is one of the Series 4s that I have picked out, because I'm pretty sure that is how deep-rooted in the Earth element he is. And, the other character that I have picked out for the Earth element is definitely Flashwing. Now, I think that a Wow Pow for her would be really, really good. I mean, it doesn't even have to be a complicated one. It could just be something as simple as, you may now hold down the primary attack button and rapidly shoot shards of crystals. Wait, that actually, never mind, that wouldn't work because you can charge your thing up. But anyways, like, or a supercharge, super spin, I don't know, double crystal lighthouses, I don't know, but she would get an amazing Wow Pow if they reposed her, and that alone would make her sell very well, the good Wow Pow. Just something I'm kind of stating out there. She's an amazing character. I know a lot of people actually don't like Smolderdash, but I mean, Flashwing. I don't know why I said Smolderdash, but out of all of the Giants and Newlanders, she's probably my favorite. So, just putting that out there. I think she'll come back because she's just so powerful and would sell well. I guess, as other people would say, girl power, but, you know, I'm a boy, so I don't really, yeah. But anyways, for that market, she would sell very well. So yeah. And, next I am moving on to tech. And for tech, I only have Countdown. And you're probably screaming at whatever you watch your videos on, and you're like, what? No Boomer? Yeah! But as good as I think it would be to bring back Boomer, I still don't see it happening. I don't. He did not sell well. I know he's rare now, but he just didn't sell well, and I think that it'll take a little bit more convincing to show Activision that Boomer needs to come back. Now, I honestly want him to come back, but do I think he's going to come back? No, I could be totally wrong, but I just don't think he's coming back. Countdown was another one of the first ones that we found out on SWAT Force, along with Roller Brawl, along with a Wave 1 figure, and I honestly see him becoming a pretty big character in the tech element. Nowhere near as substantial as Trigger Happy, but still a big factor in the tech element, and that's why I see them bringing Countdown back. And last but certainly not least, I have the Water Element. And for the Water Element, I have 2 Series 2s predicted. First one is Riptide. Now, with Riptide, he just seems like a really good character, and one that they really wouldn't have to think that much about repos. I mean, there could be 2 easy reposes here. Like, you know, the hammer, I guess it's a hammerhead shark. And so he could be like hammering it, so he could be like about to swing it, or a whale, or his pocket whale that he has above his head and slams it down. He could be like in the process of slamming it down. I don't know. But he, I think, would have a really good repose and a very powerful attack. Like, he shoves the whale down, and the whale breaks in to a bunch of smaller fish or something crazy and wacky, but fun and cool and neat like that. So, yeah. I can't think of his name. How is it bad that I can't think of this guy's name right now? Riptide! Oh my gosh, that's embarrassing. So that's it for Riptide. And last but not least, Whamity Shell. Now, why Whamshell, you might think, and not Boomer? Well, Whamshell, he was reposed in SWAT Force. He got a Light Corp, and as far as I can tell, he's doing pretty well. On the forums, the people that got Light Corp Whamshell that didn't have the original ones, they seem pretty happy with them. And I think that a Wow Pow would really be neat on Whamshell. Along with the pose. I'm not entirely sure what his pose could be. Maybe like shooting out a starfish. I'm not sure. But Series 2 Whamshell. Definitely see that happening. So, that is all for the Series 2's predictions that I have. In just a minute, I'm going to be doing a video on my Series 3 and 4 predictions. So stay tuned for that. This has been Portal Master 9351. See you next time. Goodbye.